YouTube. What is good? It's your boy Benji, and we back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. Hey, look, man, this dude is going on right now. Boy is made a video titled "Why You Should Never Date a 10 out of 10." We gonna figure this one out right now. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe.
And watching y'all get mad at me. So we're going through a little throwback today. Why you should never date a 10 out of 10. I've already made a video like this, but it was on my 2Flat18 channel, and it was just kind of raw, and I didn't really talk about it like I really should have. So let's go ahead and get that. See, if you're confused with what a 10 out of 10 is, then let me just explain it to you. A 10 out of 10 is the most attractive girl or guy that you can get. A 1% beauty. Think from Beyonce, maybe prime future for the ladies, or maybe Michael B. Jordan, or I don't know. You put it up there. I know there's gonna be so many people saying, dude, did it? Oh my god. Shut up. And see, in modern history, these 10 out of 10 people, beauty standards, whatever you want to call it, are usually considered the cream of the crop. Everyone wants to get crushed, cracked, and fiddled by them. But you shouldn't want that. I'm gonna tell you why. Actually, matter of fact, I'm finna give you the whole guide. Now, see, to truly understand why you don't want these type of people, I gotta break these people down. See, when you're a 10 out of 10, usually you've been told you're beautiful your whole life. Every time you walk in public, people are telling you you're attractive, you're fine. If you're a guy, the girls are giving you them fuck me eyes. If you're a girl, the guys are giving you that let me lick your toes eyes. Or they're just straight up sliding into your DM, saying they want to lick your toes and do some other weird things. See, this is common practice to these people, to the point where they get used to hearing it. They know they're beautiful. They know they're one of a kind. They think they're God's given angel. They think they're above everyone else. Most of the time, some people don't, but most of them do. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Can you really blame them? I mean, everybody tells you look amazing, one of a kind. Especially if you're a girl. I mean, society's already gonna tell you look good, even if they don't think you do, because a lot of guys are just trying to hit, so they're just gonna say whatever. But when you're a 10.
Right, but look, that's something a lot of people don't understand too, though. Like, the more attractive somebody is, typically I would associate that with some type of delusion or some type of mental deficiency, because they're not going to see the world from the same perspective that most people would. I mean, particularly someone who really fits in the realm of the most beautiful people in the world. Their ego is going to be such a level that it's going to be impossible to keep up with. If each and every day people have told you you're beautiful, or you believe that you deserve a different you deserve a different experience in life simply because of the attractiveness level that you're at, it's going to be tough for anybody that's going to try to cooperate with you.
10 out of 10, you actually look one of a kind. So whenever a guy says you're one of a kind, they're not just saying that they hit. Well, they're saying it to hit, but they're saying it because they think it's truly true, and they're just all struck that they're evil.
But that's the thing too. We also got to look at it, like, particularly from the male to female interactions. Bro, so many dudes gonna sit there and tell women that they look good. So regardless if the woman is that attractive, she's already gonna mentally believe that she is. So you see that difference too when a lot of the women's confidence on the day-to-day, because only thing they see is the perspective of the people that tell them they look good. They don't have to worry about, people rejecting them or anything like that. They only see things from the positive end.
Even in your presence, I'm getting white off of my corners, bro. I'm looking like a 0 out of 10 right now. I'm gonna feel like, hey, I'm a solid 8. See, with the guys, if you're a 10 out of 10, usually you don't even need to go up to girls. They just go up to you. You never had the struggle of trying to get a girl. They always just come to you.
I also don't think that, you can't be a 10 out of 10, because if it's 10 out of 10, then that means you can't multiple people. That's just how it looks. Like, you maybe have an archetype, but, you can't be a 10 out of 10, so you
just kind of take what you get. I got a homie who's considered by many to be a quote-unquote 10 out of 10. I've never seen him walk up to a girl and get her number. Yet, I have never seen him without a girl in his phone. He's literally living life on easy mode. I mean, we see people like Duke Dennis literally have attractive women around him 24/7, and he doesn't go out.
Like I said, granted, Duke Dennis, I think, just has a great matchup of he's famous, he has money. But additionally, what comes with that is he's famous. I think a lot of dudes, once you get to that level of, like, clout or status, you're going to be admired by many. It's a numbers game, bro. I mean, you see plenty of rappers or people in the entertainment space that just ascend to fame. They're going to keep a woman by their side, too. It's just numbers, bro. If you right now are existing life and you barely interact with people and you can go get you a woman, but you can't tell me that if you X that by 3 million, you're not going to have way more women, opportunities. It's a numbers game, bro.
After any of them, you live life on a different pedestal than everybody else, to the point where women aren't something you need to go after. They're just something you expect to just come up to you. And see, this messes both of these types of people brain cells. See, as a human being, you're not supposed to be treated as a god. When you're treated as a god, you start thinking you're a god. That's just how we think. We're all egotistical human beings. We all want to be praised, but we're not gods. We're human beings. So when we're treated like God, we start acting like gods. And when you act like God, you expect people to praise you, worship you, just because you exist, which turns you into a horrible person on both ends. Let's get to examples. You remember my homie I was talking about? Yeah, he's one of the coolest guys you can meet when he's talking to other guys, but the way he talks to women is absolutely crazy. He treats women with absolutely zero respect, and he gets away with it every single time because he looks amazing. I've seen him have 2 girlfriends, have his whole girlfriend take him to his ex's house just so him and his ex can have closure. He stayed at his ex's house for their entire night. He arrived there at 6 p.m. You get what I'm trying to say. Crazy part about this whole thing, his girl still stayed with him, and his ex actually drove him back to his girl's house.
And that's why I say too, like, I mean, when people literally work on your time and acquiesce to your behaviors in your time, I mean, everybody in your hand is like putty. You know what I mean? Like you gonna be really tough to deal with.
I really can't fathom and explain to you how crazy this guy be doing girls, and they just let him do it because he's him. I've also seen this same.
It's also crazy that a lot of people throw their morals out the window for like somebody.
God, cheat on his girl multiple times. His girl knows this. His girl sees him going on to undisclosed places with girls in front of his girl. Mind you, this is a different girl than I was talking about the first one. He broke up with that first girl who drove him to his ex's crib, by the way. I'm letting you know, he broke up with her, not her broke up with him. Yo, I need you to understand this. He moved on from her, then got to this girl, and this girl seen him go with another girl to the undisclosed place, stayed there for 30 minutes, and then come back, buckling up his pants and all of that, and she didn't say a word.
Wow.
You may think, oh, this might be an open relationship. Oh, maybe they're not even in a relationship. Maybe they're going through dark times. Brother, this girl lets this man go through her phone whenever he wants, and she doesn't say a single word. She is so loyal to this guy, but this girl has no respect for him at all. And this isn't just some random girl that doesn't have self-respect. I seen her date another guy before she dated this guy, and the guy she was dating before was on a strict no talking to girls limit. She would tweak out if this guy even breathed towards a girl. When she got with my homie, she let him do whatever he wanted. The reason why is because this guy is a 10 out of 10. She knows she's not gonna find that many more guys better than him. It's just what it is. So I know what you're wondering right now. Cloud. I don't believe what you're saying. I can't even fathom what you're saying. That's just not reality. Just because a guy looks good doesn't mean a girl would just let him do all of that and not get her get back. That doesn't make sense. Let me explain to you what a 10 out of 10 is for a guy, because I don't think you quite process what I'm trying to break down. See, a 10 out of 10 for a guy and a 10 out of 10 for a girl is different. A 10 out of 10 for a girl mostly has to do with her looks. That's just how society views it. But a 10 out of 10 for a guy is a little bit deeper than looks. Just let me talk to you for a minute. Let me explain. See, 10 out of 10 for a guy, you have to have 4 qualifications. One is, of course, looks. Every girl wants a good-looking guy. That's just how it is. But looks aren't everything for a guy. You need a little bit more than that. There's a lot of good-looking men in this world. So 2 is personality. See, girls like when guys have a good personality. You feel me? They just want to vibe with you. But something that a lot of guys don't realize is a girl knows if she's gonna like you before you know if a girl's gonna like you. The reason why is because girls talk to so many guys. They have so many guys that slide into their DMs. They have so many guys that want them that they get to talk to more guys than guys get to talk to girls, just because they have a way bigger option pool, because traditionally it's common for guys to hit on girls and not girls to hit on guys. So off of the first conversation with you, a girl's usually gonna know if she likes you or not, because she's gonna already group you into a certain personality type. And if you fit her personality type, you will get this hacker. 3 is sex. I'm just keeping it real. You can ask any girl. It's true. Girls are way more sexual than us. They just gotta keep it concealed, because as soon as a girl expresses how freaky she is, he's automatically called a hoe. Y'all really think these women don't be gooning like us? Like, bro, they be gooning more, if not double the amount that we do. Y'all be forgetting, they don't have a cooldown timer. They can just goon 3, 4, 5 times back to back to back, and they don't feel no shame. If we goon 4 or 5 times back to back to back, we gonna want to commit suicide. I'm just keeping it real. A lot of the times, girls just be bored in their room if they're not outside, or they're not doing homework, or they're not an athlete. So you feel me? They just be getting busy a lot of the time. They just don't talk about it like us. They're a lot more secretive about it. So contrary to the belief, sex is for sure in the top 3. Actually, I might replace that with personality. I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a lot of girls just crack or let guys crack them, and they don't even like them. They just got good dick. But there's number 4 now. Before I get to number 4, I need to just explain something. You can honestly be a 10 out of 10 with just these 3. These 3 are truly the big 3 on how a woman finds you, that finds you as a 10 out of 10. The 4th one is really just a plus and a bonus, but it also can be an additive if you don't have one of the big 3. And the 4th one is money. I just do it. Devil sign? I don't. That feels satanic. I'm off to do it again. Money could turn a DJ Khaled type of bill into a 10 out of 10 immediately. Nah, I won't say 10 out of 10. We'll give it a 9. Let's be realistic. But if you don't got money, you got the big 3. You are a 10 out of 10 in the girl's eye. For a girl to want to cuff you, you gotta have all 3. Just letting you know. But again, money can substitute. But back to what I was saying. My homie has all 3 of these. I'm just keeping it real. So that's why he can always get into a relationship and just keep it going, because a girl knows it's gonna be very, very hard to replace a.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, just because you look good, that don't mean enough. I mean, it might get you in the door, but you can look good as a man, but if you start talking to a woman and she don't like what you're talking about, then that's it. You know what I mean? So you still gotta continue the conversation. You still gotta reach some type of value to her life.
I like this. And if you was ever wondering why all these big name athletes can cheat on their girls and always get away with it, well, because they usually have all 3 or 4. And if you have all 4, you can slap that girl. She'll still stay with you. And usually basketball players are all 4 because even if they don't look good, they're tall, so that counts as looking good. The game is not fair, fellas. It's not. But at the same time, to all you ladies, you should never date a man like this because of all of those reasons. Every single girl
You might as well be talking to a wall right now.
wants this guy, and he knows that, so he's gonna run through every single girl until he gets tired. Until he settles down with one girl who's okay with him running through every single girl he wants to when he wants to. And that's just how it's gonna be. And if you're not gonna be that girl, I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you lose. Because I hope you know, as that one girl, you can't cheat on him. He can cheat on you as much as he wants, but you can't do the same, or else his feelings will be hurt, and you're kicked to the curb and on to the next. This is why I never understand why so many women want to date that athlete guy. Dude, you must just not understand the game. You must think you're the queen, even if you're a 10.
Delusion. It's an ego trip. A lot of people will want the people that they can't have. I don't even think it's just people. I think a lot of people want what they can't have, just in general. And when you get what you wanted that you couldn't have, it only adds more value to that. And then subsequently, it adds a little more value to your life. It's an ego thing. If I believe that this woman is someone who's out of my league, I attain her. I have now attached a lot of extra value to my mind, where I believe that now I'm at another level because I got hurt.
Out of 10, he's still gonna do you the same way. I'm just keeping it real. The old Boston Celtics coach, Ime Udoka, isn't even a basketball player. He just coaches them. He used to be married to Nia Long.
I mean, he was in the NBA too, though.
He cheated on her with the Celtics CEO's wife.
But a lot of y'all gonna realize, bro, attractiveness does not mean anything. I think that works on both ends of the spectrum, men and women. If you attractive, or if you got money, or if you, it don't matter. People is gonna be people. If you're in a transactional situation, relationship, then that's what's gonna be.
Hey, she didn't even look as good.
If people are not grounded, and then they'll fall for the smallest things.
As Nia Long. Get what I'm trying to say? These guys.
But here's the thing. That's what I'm saying, bro. You look at her like she Nia Long. Once he get with her, she just, hey, that's my girl. It's what it is. There's some type of weird dynamic that we've created as people where we believe that somebody is of higher value simply because they're unattainable right now. You just not in the room with Nia Long, so you believe that she's somebody that is out of this world. Once you see Nia Long's every day, she's just another person. So he's not gonna seriously the same regard that you are.
God just love to cheat. Why would you get with a guy who's just gonna cheat on you, hurt you, but you can't do the same with him, or else you're on this trip?
And the same thing works on the other end. Nia Long's not gonna look at nobody else because she believes that since she's in the room with plenty of these dudes that plenty of women will die for, she's not gonna go in the other direction.
It makes no sense, which is why you shouldn't get with this to that guy. But let's get to the girls. See, I'm gonna explain this in a very similar fashion as I did with the guys. This time, I'm gonna use a personal experience. I know the person I'm talking about is gonna see this video, but I don't care. You need to hear this. Actually, I lied again. This has nothing to do with me. Actually, has something to do with my homie. Let's go ahead and get into it. So a while back, one of my homies was talking to this famous IG girl. Hella followers, fine as hell. Like, I'm telling you, this girl was fine. And every guy she's ever met has treated her like an absolute queen. Like, I've only seen guys in her DMs literally begging just to drink her bathwater. This is the type of level that this girl was on. And see, my girl and my homie actually met in a very mutual manner. They started talking, they started vibing, and everything was seemingly perfect. There was only one catch. My homie wasn't the type of guy to praise a girl just because she looks good. And he usually would just treat her like a regular girl, but she didn't like that. See, this girl's ego was so inflated because of how attractive she was that she didn't understand how it felt to be treated like a regular girl. So whenever my homie and this girl disagreed on something, she would always be so confused because he was so used to a guy just giving into her because she's beautiful. My homie did not give a single damn. If he didn't like something, he was gonna say it. And this caused so much conflict between the two that it was damn near impossible for my homie to talk to this girl, to the point where he ended up ghosting her because he was so tired of her personality. See, I'm telling you this to tell you a lot of 10 out of 10 girls' personalities are just god awful. And the reason why,
like I said, you're gonna have some type of there's some type of there's something that's not gonna click. You know what I mean? You know, you're not directly connected to reality. If you are someone who's super attractive and everybody just bends to your every whim, the moment you hear no, you're gonna say, "Wait a minute, what's going on here? Is this the same video game that I've been playing on? I've been playing on easy mode all this time. I just got some obstacle that I can't pass. What's happening? What's going on? You know what I mean? So that's how it's gonna look.
Is because they don't build personalities. They're too attractive.
Why would you even have to say anything? When most people would just be happy to have you in the room and look at you. You know, arm candy. You know, a lot of people will go after things like that. Just be quiet. I don't even want you to say nothing. Just look good. And a lot of people will literally live their life like that. Just look good, and then not worry about opening their mouth and developing anything, any character, anything like that. And why would you? Why would you have to go to the same struggles as anybody else if people are willing to, hey, look, just because you look good today, I'll pay your rent. You never have to develop any skills.
See, the whole point of a human building a personality is so that they could be better in a social setting. You might not think this, but it's kind of true. I mean, the people who you think have the best personalities usually talk the most because you get to see their personality the most. But when you're attractive, you don't really got to talk that much. You don't really got to build that personality because people are talking to you, starting conversations with you, and you're just answering questions or responding to compliments because if you...
Yeah, that's why Moses just thank you. Yes. Okay. That's all they're gonna give you. Because they never had to have a conversation before.
You're just getting complimented all the time. You don't have to develop social skills because you're attractive. So most of the time when you communicate, you're either asking for something or responding to a compliment or a question, which means you don't really got that much personality. And like I said before, these girls are beautiful. So usually guys just spoil them all the time because they want their approval or they just want to hit. They think that's the easy.
And it works in two different ways because just like he was speaking about the woman who has every man that bends over her, every whim and request, she's in some sense walking over them dudes, but for her, she's happy because she doesn't have to face any difficulties in life. No problems, no trauma, no quarrels. She controls her own destiny. So when somebody gives her pushback on that, to her, in some sense, there might be a little bit of attractiveness there, but it'll literally allow her brain to just collapse. Because I've never had to work for this. I've never had to develop this skill. I've never had to see this end of the spectrum.
It's just a way to do it because the girl has no personality. How is I supposed to do it? So she's used to getting her way every single time with her look. So when you get into a relationship with this girl, she's not going to pull her weight because she feels like she's too pretty to pull her weight. AKA,
they've never learned how to do anything other than just look good. So a lot of people are going to be terrible people when it comes to friendships or relationships because like I said, they're not going to exist the same. You see like the stories like, let's say, there's a really pretty woman and then she like always gets into, let's say, a club for free. And then she'll have some friends that maybe aren't as attractive as her. And she's going to be completely baffled as to when she goes to let's say she goes to the club and her friend's like, okay, trying to like scramble, let's get some money together to get to the door. She's like, what are y'all doing? The little disconnect right there, is where a lot of the problems might start. And I say that as an example, but there's plenty of microcosms of that can split out between women and men.
I hate to say it, but I am...
Like a lot of dudes will look at a dude like a guy, like he's a god, simply because he can attract women, because a lot of dudes know how difficult it is to attract women, especially if you're unattractive or if you're lacking in some type of metric. So they'll hold you as a man to a higher esteem. So as a man, you feel like you're something greater than you're not. I mean, greater than you are, because the way that other people regard you.
The table mentality. Oh, I hate saying that, bro. Let's not bring that back, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. She thinks she's the plate just because she's beautiful, and we're not doing that over here, buddy. Building a relationship off of imbalance like that is just a bad thing to do, and it's never gonna work out. And it usually doesn't work out because what that girl really wants is a slave that does exactly what she does whenever she does it, in exchange for her just spreading her legs open occasionally. That's what it is. Don't want that as a guy, because who's gonna raise your children? This girl that doesn't do anything for herself? What are we talking about? And if you're a 10 out of 10 girl and you get mad at me for saying this, well, I think I've reached the target audience. I'm sorry. Just because you look good doesn't mean you can't have a personality. Like, come on, man. Like, as a guy, just because you look good and you're a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean you can just cheat on your girl. Like, what are we talking about? Honestly, in my opinion, you should always date within your dating range as a human being, which also comes with self-awareness, because you got to be very self-aware of how attractive you are. If you're a 6 out of 10, you can't be saying you're a 7 or 8 on a good day. You're a 6, buddy. And when you're a 6, usually the highest you can pull naturally is a 7, and the lowest you should go for is...
But then here's why I say the game is kind of crooked, because now a lot of people's egos are inflated because you have an opportunity. Like I said, you could be nowadays the guy who shoots enough shots. You could be the guy that's, let's say, a 5. You can go bag you a 7 or an 8 if you shoot enough shots. and vice versa. So now, yeah, the whole game cooked.
It's a 5. And that's just how you should live life. And when I say a 6, 7, and 5, I'm not talking about a traditional rating scale. I'm talking about objectively attractive. Now look, I'm not trying to yap too much in this video, but I just gotta break this down real quick. A lot of people, when rating somebody, use 7 out of 10 as like a kind of nice average. Like if you see a girl that's attractive, but she's not really that attractive, you'll usually say she's a 7. Nah, she's probably a 6 or a 5. See, a lot of people are actually 5, but people just want to be nice, so they give 5s a higher rating. This is why when somebody hears that they're a 7, they think they're average. No, you're a 5. You're not even a 7. My dating scale goes like this: 0 through 2. You're ugly. No better way of saying it. All right, you're ugly. 3, you're just baseline. All right, you're not deplorable like 0 through 2, but you're just ugly. I can look at you though. Like 0 through 2, I ain't gonna lie. When I look at you, I'm just keeping it real. 4 is you're ugly, but with some makeup, or maybe if you just did a couple things to your hair or something, grew out your hair a little bit, you could potentially be a 5, which is average. 5 is the biggest rate on my scale. Most people you come across are most likely 5. Some 5s look good. Like you've always seen the girls that don't really got that good of a face, but they got a fat ass. Yeah, those are 5s. I'm just keeping it real. 6 is you look good. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. You look good. You're not. You don't look good. You're not fine yet. Like you're okay. You feel me? If I show you to the homies or if I show you to the girls, they not gonna look at me like, why you cracking this? It's gonna be like, okay, that's straight. That's straight. 7 is fine. See, if you're a 7, you're objectively attractive at this point. You show it to the homies, you show it to the group chat, the girls group chat. They saying, okay, girl, you got that. You got that. They give you getting high fives. You getting yes queens around the group chat. That's what you get. 8 is bad. This is where I like a lot of bad women y'all be seeing. Or like the very attractive guys y'all be seeing. This is the range they're in. If you're dating in this level, you're up the cream of the crop. And then 9 to 10 is top 1%. Not everybody's a 9. And damn near nobody's a 10. See, the 9 to 10 range should be reserved for the cream of the crop. That girl on IG that is just so beautiful, but you know you'll never get a chance with that guy. That got the money. He's 6'6". He looks good. He seems like he has a good personality.
He don't got a chance.
No, he's packing. Yeah, he's in the 9 to 10 range. That's what we're talking about. These are rare people to come by, and you don't just come by them every single day. And out of this scale, you gotta be.
I feel like the like people that are that attractive are typically gonna be cooked in life because like I said, your ego is gonna be at such a level where you'll never look at anybody as an equal.
Realistic about where you're at. In the comment section down below, if you want to tell me where I'm at, you can. I don't really care. Me personally, I think I'm right smack dab 7.4. I think I'm a 7.4. I think I'm attractive. You feel me? I got a good face card. I'm pretty young. I got a good bank account on me. I feel like I got a good personality. I ain't over 6 foot, so I don't got that badge on me, but I think I look pretty good. I might think I'm an 8. I might think I'm a 6. It doesn't really matter, but I know my rank. At the same time, you're never finna see me with a 9, 10 out of 10. I know there's ulterior motives of why they're with me. And wouldn't it be a balanced relationship?
What y'all think, man? Is it worth you dealing with the heartaches that might come with dealing with a 9? Or is it just cool just getting you a 6, 7, 8, you know what I mean? What y'all think? I guess that's what it really comes down to. I mean, obviously, I think there's a lot more that you could bring to a relationship other than just looks. I mean, in reality, I think we all, like you said, majority of us is just average, bro. Majority of us is really 5 to 6s, bro. Majority of us. And we got a lot of 4s. A lot of us is 4, 5, 6s. You know what I mean? So in reality, and then at the end of the day, everybody ugly to somebody. You know what I mean? You could be on the top cream of the crop. I've been talking to a lot. I've had friends that talk about the cream of the crop. The Zendayas, the Kim Kardashians, and everybody in the world with regard to is very, very, very pretty. They said, nah, not even, brother. So at the end of the day, attractiveness, you can't control that. You know what I mean? You can't control who you attract. Attractiveness is not a choice, but y'all let me know in the comments below. Let's see what the comments talking about, actually. Cloud wants all the 10s for himself. Tyler's assuming any of us even have a chance with a 10. No facts. Like I said, I know a couple of 10 out of 10 girls. You didn't know a couple of 10 out of 10 girls. Not possible. A lot chiller and humble than those are the 7 to 10s who think they 10s. See, that's where the distinction comes through, too. A lot of people are really average or 6s or 7s, and then they believe nowadays that they are greater than they are. So those people are typically the ones going to be unhappy. He has people that are just very, very attractive. They understand that and they live life open. There's been some women I've met that are exceptionally gorgeous, but they don't live the life from the same perspective. It seems like the people that are not nearly as good looking as them. You've had people that are not nearly as good looking that believe that they're greater than somebody else. You know, oh no, this guy, you know, they're unapproachable. Oh yeah, you got the people that come on these podcasts nowadays that are just regular people, and they say, oh, a woman's got to do this. Oh, a guy's got to do this. And at the end of the day, we just got a lot of people that are just surface level dating, I think, in that regard anyways. And 10 and 10 isn't always the most attractive woman, but it's the mindset possible. No, he was just talking about objectively attractiveness, so we're not going to hear that. Date a guy like this. Worst experience ever. He cheated me with so many girls. These girls cheated on her. Got cheated on him too, but none of them said anything because he was attractive or rich. No, yeah, but that's what I said. So a lot of people put their morals. You know what I mean? A lot of people believe that morally things can be put on a pause or things can be accepted simply because I place this at a higher level than that. And by that I mean, whether that's money, attractiveness, status, whatever that is. Zendaya gives me a shot on folding. It's funny. Zendaya is not a 10. It's proved my point further. 10s don't exist because I can promise what you think is a 10, there's someone out there who disagrees. Exactly. Attractiveness is not a choice.